What's up, guys? So I feel a little bit like a drug smuggler today because I have some pickled onions right here and dropped in this bag, which I'm then going to drop inside this watertight container, and I'll screw that on. And I'm now going to bike over to a friend's house for dinner with my illegal looking substance container that I'm definitely hiding from the law. Biking footage to come. If you guys have never played Mirror's Edge, I highly recommend it. It's a video game where you are Faith, and Faith is a runner, and what runners do is they travel across a very surveillance heavy city and carry packages for people that don't get traced. And riding the bike with my little drug smuggling pickled onion container definitely reminded me of Faith's experience. And then I was thinking about how the free running aspects of the game, where you can easily climb up windows and jump over things, slide along things, even wall run and jump between buildings, all that movement informed the way that I saw the world, and I started to see opportunities for parkour type moves in everyday life. As I would walk around, I'd say, oh, I could probably jump from that window to that wall, or if I could wall run, I could run along that wall and then jump onto that fence and run along the top of it. I never got into parkour. I played around with it a little bit, and all the people who did it were way more fit than I was, so I was a little intimidated. But what was really interesting is I was talking to my dad as a kid, and I was saying, oh, it's kind of cool. Now that I play Mirror's Edge, I see all these different opportunities for parkour as I go around just from playing the video game. I can't actually do parkour, but I can see where you would go to do those types of moves just from the digital or virtual experience that I had. And his response was really interesting to me, because his thought was that that's really cool that you can kind of see the way that a parkour runner would see just from playing a video game, but take that and expand it across all the different types of video games you play. You can start to have some really interesting questions. How does the digital life that we live impact the way that we see the real world? I think parkour is a great analogy, because instead of seeing obstacles as something to slow you down, they're actually an opportunity to move in a unique and interesting and creative way. I can't say that I've taken that parkour philosophy and applied it to my life, but I think that it is easy to find success when you can orient your mind to look for obstacles and treat them as opportunities instead of looking for obstacles and treat them as excuses. Because when you look for excuses and reasons to give up, you will always find some. But if you have constraints and you're trying to be creative, there's always a way to be creative as well, and your worldview will inform the opportunities that you see and the opportunities that you take. As with everything on this channel, I want to tie it back to bikes, and I think that riding bikes is similar in that you start to see the world differently. You look for smooth routes and you look for ways to conserve your momentum. And so I think the combination of those two things, parkour, where you can see obstacles as opportunities, and biking, where you start to try to conserve your momentum, both are bigger philosophies that you can apply to life overall. I want to explore those ideas more in future videos, and I'm curious what you guys think about the parkour obstacle philosophy and the bike riding momentum philosophy. And I know I should have talked a little bit more about the bike riding philosophy, since I ride bikes all the time and there's a lot of bike footage on this channel, but I think you know what I mean without me going into more details about it. That's it for me, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.